Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm sitting here like a present because it is almost Christmas and it's also my sister's birthday. So happy birthday, Sissy. I am dressed up specials because we always go out dancing on her birthday, and I had to sit down and film this video right before I go out because I'm late. I'm late for a very important date, which is deca panning. Such a fun project. This is my second year that I've been doing this project. I'm sure you all are aware that this was created by Emily from Emily and Max here on YouTube, and if you're not aware, you should be. Check her out. She's fabulous. I really admire her for coming up with such creative projects, and I wish I could be as clever to come up with something as well, but for now, I'm just enjoying other people's projects. So today is my finale for my 2023 year of deca panning, and I'm excited to round this year out. It was really fun. Again, I love this project. It's so fun to gamify project panning and create that random element with a deck of cards. If you're not familiar with this project, I know Emily is doing it again next year, so I'll link her channel up above, and I will also include her intro video for this year, but be on the lookout because the intro video for 2024 will be coming on her channel very, very soon. This is my first video back since the incident. I sustained quite the injury to my finger. Really, I did it to myself. I really messed myself up, and I will be healing for quite some time. So underneath this bandage, I'm not going to show you because this is a family channel around here. I don't want to cause anyone nightmares. Long story short, I had like a little infection in my nail bed, which I had to get treated at urgent care, and then I subsequently burned my finger terribly by being an idiot. So I'm really embarrassed. I feel really silly for doing something so terrible to myself. My finger was numb from the medication that gave me urgent care for several days, and it was so numb that I was putting my finger in hot water and didn't realize how hot that water was and burned it terribly. And now I have a burn and an infection. I had a day in the ER. Now I am nursing this terrible, terrible wound, and it will heal in time, but it definitely set me back in some filming and other things that I've been trying to get done during this crazy month of December. But I am recovering and I have survived worse. And of course, I'm still learning and growing in this planet that we are trying to navigate. At least I learned this lesson eventually in my life, and it's not something I'll be doing again. That is for sure. And it's also a reminder to take care of myself and try not to get injured because it is not fun. So send me well wishes to my little finger. You know, it's a pretty important finger on my dominant right hand, and it's been really hard to do most things. And you know, that's the main purpose of this finger, is just letting the world know how I really feel when they piss me off, right? So I need this finger back. And I also needed to do my makeup and write. Like, my penmanship is a mess, and just to live my normal life. But I've still been managing to do my complete makeup routine and, you know, cook dinners as much as I can. And whoopsie, I can't really do the dishes. Sorry, Danny. So it's been quite a whirlwind, but I'm back and I'm ready for this finale, and let's get right on into it. I have my deck of cards here. I had to just give them a little cameo because they don't want to feel left out. It is their project, but you and I both know that I will not be rolling in any new items today, so I won't be drawing any new cards. And I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break between now and January 20th when this project starts up again. And I definitely will be participating. It is one of my favorite projects to do, and I've loved doing it 2 years, and I'm looking forward to year number 3. Starting with what's been in this project the longest, I have this lipstick from Revlon. This is their Ultra HD Matte lip color, and I have the shade Addiction, and I brought this in for the card, in it for the long haul, so I set myself a 30 use goal on this item. As of last month, I was at 29 uses, and I was able to use it 2 more times, making for 31 uses total, so I did hit my 30 use goal, and I thought I was going to declutter this at the end of this year, but I think I'm going to change my mind because the formula still performs quite well, and I really enjoy the color and how it wears, and why get rid of it if I'm still enjoying it? So that one's going to go back into my makeup drawer, but I'm happy it got some use on it this year. The next item was for an affordable item, so I brought in my most affordable eyeshadow palette, this one from e.l.f., the Jalapeño palette, these little bite-sized palettes, and my goal for this was to do it project level up style with level 1, where I had to use all of the shades one time and hit one pan in this palette. So here's what this palette has been looking like over the past several months. I've been focusing on that dark green shade, trying to hit pan on it. As of now, I've used the gold shade 6 times, the green shimmer 2 times, the light green matte 1 time, and the dark green matte 15 times. And here's what the palette is looking like today. And you may recall that last month I had the tiniest little glimmer sparkle of a pan in that dark green shade, and it did take me just one more use to actually be able to see the pan and be satisfied with the size of it. So I've hit that goal, and I'm happy to say that I'm able to round out the year with another pan in this palette, another pan to add to my pan percentage, and doing it through this project is always just a little bit extra fun. So that one is also a success, I'm happy to say. This next item came in for the prompt matches shirt, and at the time that I drew this card, I was wearing a bright red dress. So I brought in a bright red bullet lipstick. This is from Pop Beauty, and I don't know what the shade is. It's a blue toned red shade, and my goal was to use this 10 times. Last month, I reached for this 3 times. I had 7 more uses to go. Unfortunately, I only used it 2 more times, making for 5 uses total, so I only got halfway to my 10 use goal, but it's really not because I didn't try. It's because this product sucks. Like, every time I put it on my mouth, it was all over my face, like no matter what I did. And I'll admit, like, I can be pretty clumsy with my lip color, but for that reason, I need lip color that's going to stay in place. And this one, like, if I smiled, it got all over my teeth. Like, no matter what trick I tried, if I took a sip of a drink, it was on my chin. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but this one gave me terrible, terrible transfer all over my teeth and mouth and chin and face and clothing even, that it just cannot be in my life anymore. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, which is kind of why I brought it into this project. I wanted to see if it still had a place in my collection, and now I know for sure it does not. And I'm happy that this will not be in my inventory in the coming year, and I can focus on reds that perform for me, because that's what I need. A red lip needs to stay in place. So this one is rolling out, and even though I didn't hit my goal, I'm happy I got to know what I needed to know about it and get it out of my collection. The next product was for the prompt metallic. So I brought in a metallic eyeliner. This is from L'Oreal. Gosh, my little band-aid is very embarrassing to show my products with. So this is from L'Oreal. It's the Silkissame line, and this is the shade Green Ivy, I believe it's called. Yes, and it's a olivey green metallic shade. Really pretty in the swatch, but on the eye, it basically just looks brown. I've been using it in most every neutral look that I've done in the past month. It's just a way to darken up my lower lash and just kind of smudging it out from there. I did use it on my top lash a few times, especially in some green looks that I wanted it to kind of pop, but I really didn't find that it had the pop that I wanted it to have, which is okay. I guess, like, if you want something very subtle, that's great. I really should just try this on its own one day and just kind of let it shine and see what it does that way. But overall, I found it to just function as an eyeliner, not really giving much metallic green payoff once the look was all said and done, at least in my experience. My goal for this was to use it 20 times. As of last month, I used it 7 times, so I had 13 more uses to go. And I'm happy to say that I used it exactly those 13 times, so I hit that 20 use goal. And I think I did wear it down just a little bit. I probably sharpened it twice in those 20 uses. So here's what it was looking like when I first rolled it in, and here's what it's looking like today. So I think I wore down an inch, maybe half an inch of this pencil, which is more than I can say if it hadn't come into this project. So great way to get use on this item. It's not going anywhere. It still functions quite well, and I hope to remember to reach for it in the coming year. Another affordable prompt, I brought in a lip liner from NYX. This is the shade Cabernet, and it's a very deep toned red shade, perfect for December. And my goal was to use this 5 times. Here is Cabernet in the swatch. It really is kind of like a deep burgundy berry almost, and it's a great product to put under any red lip look. Even for a brighter toned red look, this can really define that lip line and add a nice little ombre effect that just makes your lips look extra big and juicy, which of course we all love. I didn't quite meet that 5 use goal, however. I only reached for it 3 times, but I'm happy that I got those 3 uses, and a little disappointed in myself for not pushing myself for those 2 more uses, but you can't win them all, and this one's going back in my collection. Just happy that it didn't completely get forgotten about the entire year. And the last item was for the prompt liquid. So of course I had to bring in a liquid lipstick. I'm cycling through all my liquid lipsticks, and it was this one's turn from Dose of Colors. This is Stone, a classic shade. And I'm so glad I brought this in because I really enjoyed wearing it. This cool toned mauvey nude is just beautiful in the winter time. Here it is in the swatch. It really does dry down to be a little bit lighter than this, I find, or it just doesn't look as deep once it's on my face, I guess, than it does in the swatch. I guess, I don't know. I always think the swatches look darker than they do when they dry down, at least with nudes. Am I crazy? But anyways, my goal was to reach for it 5 times, and I easily reached for it 6 times. Loved it everywhere, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection and remind myself that I love it and enjoy it. So I'll remember to reach for it more. So that is it. That is all for my Deca Painting finale for 2023. Thank you so much for being here along for my Deca Painting journey and my project painting journey in general. I so much appreciate having you here on my channel. Your support means so much to me, and this little YouTube makeup community is just so much fun to be a part of. So thank you for being a part of mine. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are in the world, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video, my next year of videos in 2024. Until then, bye. I'll keep you updated about this hand. Don't you worry. Now with my good hand. Bye.